After you view this videotape, please call the Bahia Now Committee office at 382-0522 so they can arrange a pickup time, or return it in the enclosed postage-paid mailer. This way we can forward it to another Novato neighbor to learn more about the plight in Bahia. Thank you. In an isolated corner of the northeast section of Novato sits Bahia, a community that needs your help. Unfinished, forgotten, now in decline, this area used to be a beautiful waterfront community. Now with nothing but quicksand and mud, they have lost their water-oriented birds, the pelican, the egret, the blue heron. They have lost their marine life too. There are no fish now, where once there were shrimp, steelhead, salmon, and mussel beds. Listen as the residents of Bahia tell you their stories.
When we first moved here 14 years ago, we had a beautiful boat, and we loved the action on the lagoon out here. We would really like to have it all back. Children swam, people had little sailboats, people used their decks. You don't see anybody out here in their deck anymore, and you can see why behind me. This is an awful mess, and the people of Bahia really want this back, so please vote yes on Measure A in May. We would all appreciate it so much.
I've lived here for more than 25 years. I've watched this neighborhood in decline for about the last 15 years. Please vote yes on A and help us clean up this dangerous mud and get back to a waterfront community like we used to be.
I used to swim all the time from the end of my dock every summer day because it's good exercise to that mini park. There's a little dock over there, a public dock, and back. And of course that public dock is closed off now for safety reasons.
When I moved here 5 years ago, 700 homes were planned. Now only 424 will be built, and they will help us dredge this dangerous lagoon. Please support us and vote yes on A.
80% of the people in Bahia support our project. Please help us by voting yes on Measure A.
A yes vote on Measure A and everybody wins.
Just in case you don't know where Bahia is, you take the Atherton Avenue exit and travel down to Bugia Lane. The name will later change to Bahia Drive. Take a left over the hill and down to the dead end at Topaz Drive.
I'm Chuck Linthicum, and I've represented the property ownership here at Bahia, the undeveloped portion of Bahia, for the last 23 years. Over that period of time, we've had 5 master plans reviewed, 2 of them approved, and it's been a long, trying, difficult, and complex process. The ultimate plan that we've had submitted and reviewed to the City Council, and that plan, which was approved by the City Council recently, anticipates 424 units. One of the key elements that people keep talking about when we are discussing Bahia is the old channel that was the original dredge channel out to the Peluma River, which, by the way, is the furthest ribbon of water that you see there. And it kind of snakes in and comes down into this mud-filled turning basin. Naturally, it would be a much better area, in our opinion, for the residents if that old turning basin were put back into the condition it originally was, with deep water and boating access. As we'll see later, you've got docks that are on mud and boats that sit on mud, and that hasn't been used for boating for a number of years. That's why the homeowner's plan includes a plug that keeps the tide out, includes a navigational lock, so again the tide is kept out while still allowing boats to move forward and out to the Petaluma River. The plug that they intend to put in would stretch just about across this point right here, and it has to be founded on our property on the far side and on our property on this side, so we gave them permission to found it there. They needed a place, as I explained earlier, when you take that mud and you dredge it, it has to go someplace. So we gave them permission to deposit that material on property we own across the Petaluma River. We also, again, as I said, gave them permission to connect these lagoons with regard to a crossing of this topaz peninsula. And they couldn't do their project without those elements. We've always been obligated to participating in some way, shape, or form in the resolution of the siltation problem that the Bahia community has always experienced. Our company built 100 of the 288 homes that are here in Bahia.
The people of Bahia, the owners out there, have voted an assessment to help solve the mud problem which you've seen on this tape. If this project doesn't go through, there are people that probably can't afford that assessment and may lose their homes. I'm really worried about that.
I'm in favor of the Deborah project. I've lived here for 24 years, and we've enjoyed great quality of life out here with the water, the birds, the animals. We've seen our quality of life go down as this mud has developed and enveloped our lagoon. The fact is that we've lost most of the bird life out here because of the mud. Yes, we have the rail that they've been talking about, but we've lost the pelicans, we've lost the egrets, we've lost the blue heron, we've lost all those water-oriented birds, we've lost our marine life. We have no longer do we have fish out here, shrimp, they were mussel beds. We've lost it all. We have nothing out here except mud.
The opponents say that the roads will be clogged with mothers taking their children to school. This just is not true. We have a school bus each and every morning taking our children to school. Do you see any traffic? I don't, and I should know. I live on Topaz Drive. With the proposed development, the increase in traffic will be minuscule. The percentage of daily traffic going north on Highway 101 will be 0.26%. Going south on 101 will be 1.15%. Minuscule.
I've lived here in Bahia since 1970. I also taught for 26 years in the Novato Unified School District. It is my sincere belief that the proposed development of 424 additional homes in Bahia would be a real asset not only to the Novato community at large, but also to the Novato Unified School District. For one thing, $1.6 million will be provided towards the funding of the district in the form of development fees paid for by the developer. Only about an additional 200 students would be generated, and they would range in grades kindergarten through 12th, and therefore no new school would need to be constructed, as the present facilities are adequate to accommodate the increase in school population from Bahia. The Novato Unified School District is an average daily attendance type of district. That means the state would provide an additional $4,000 per student each and every year. And with 200 students, that would come to about $800,000 in the support of our school district. And there's an inflation factor built in besides.
Several of our neighbors who moved out here specifically for the water, for the sailing, have joined forces with the other side against the project, against the dredging. They raised their children, they sailed the lagoon. Every weekend we went out in the bay. And now today they don't want you folks raising your young children to have the same opportunities that they had with their children and our children. And I think that's a real hypocrisy on their part.
But you can also see that there's somewhat of a bench along the side of Bahia Drive, and that's the bench where the combination of equestrian and pedestrian path will be created. And it will come from down at the Horseman's area over Bahia Drive down this northern side of Bahia Drive and act as a major link in the countywide trails system. And this is approximately the area for the 3.5-acre public park that is shown as part of our development plan. And it will be a nice environment, I think, for families, and balancing it with the open space that will remain, because 80% of this hillside will remain untouched and open. The management concepts are to have a whole development, a unit that takes care of itself, has the ability to take care of itself financially, that works together as a sub-community of the city of Novato, where people can live and enjoy and have a nice home and raise their family in a good environment.
How many times in your life will you have the opportunity to cast a vote that helps 1,000 people? Bahia is just that opportunity. Vote yes on Measure A.
I've lived in Novato since 1963 and in Bahia for 25 years. Please help us to complete our neighborhood. We need your help. Please vote yes on Measure A.
A yes vote on Measure A and everybody wins. The schools win, police and fire protection win, the environment wins, the Blue Oaks win, the Clapper Rail win, the Horseman Club wins, and my lagoon wins.
This is our neighborhood. They started it over 20 years ago. We'd love to see it finished. We'd like to have this for ourselves and for all of our children. Please vote yes on Measure A.
Yes.
Yes on A.
Vote yes on A.
We want to be as proud of our neighborhood as you are of yours. Please support the project. Do not let outsiders sway you with misinformation. Get the truth from members of the Bahia Homeowners Association. Give Bahia a chance. Vote yes on Measure A. After you view this videotape, please call the Bahia Now Committee office at 382-0522 so they can arrange a pickup time, or return it in the enclosed postage-paid mailer. This way we can forward it to another Novato neighbor to learn more about the plight in Bahia. Thank you.